Well, Juventini, we got ourselves a victory show, and it came at the hands of those absolute scum Benfica, who were due for a beating from us. All right, maybe not absolute scum, but I'll tell you what, it felt that way because, man, if they had our number by yesterday, they took home, what? A big fat day. All right, Juve getting the job done 2-0. Was it pretty? No. Does it have to be? No. Okay. And Skanga like that. That's like an old school Juve match right there. Feels like you're not going to get the result, but then you do come out with the result. There was some good things to take out of that game, 100%, moving into a battle that's going to come at the weekend. So, yeah, we're going to go through what we liked, what we didn't like maybe, and tackle all the news today. There are some headlines. Everybody get ready for En-Nesyri, it seems, as Ottolini is in Turkey trying to wrap up that deal. But we're going to get to all the headlines on the backside of this match. Okay, I got Justin and Skanga with me. Fellas, how you doing? Justin, it's been a while, brother. How you doing?
Hey, that was sloppy, but every once in a while you need a little sloppy. You know what I mean?
I maybe take it easy. Take it easy. Yesterday, Omar went a little off tilt there. Talking about Juve. Skanga, how you doing, brother?
I have nothing to add to that. I'm great.
Wow, really? Skanga at a loss for words. Okay.
I'm a bit of a loss for words.
That's how you kick off a victory show. Guys in the army, great to see you all. Okay, I see Gio in here, Forza Juve, Benedetto, George, Ibrahim, Reno in here, Alex P, Michael G, great to see you all. Tuna, Massimo, it's great to see you all. Okay, we're going to have a lot of fun today. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Everybody that's tuning in on your other social platforms, what the hell are you waiting for? Get entered into this month's kit giveaway, okay? But you got to be subscribed. Now,
what is the kit? What is the kit this month? Sorry, maybe I missed it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you don't have the gimbal on. Damn it. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
That's for all subscribers. Of course, ADP on the back. And then for our legends in membership status, the 0506 Centenario. Same guy. Come on.
Ooh.
The king. By the way, Del Piero's got some words around Juve yesterday that are going to come into play today when we go over everything, okay? We're not going to waste a lot of time because for those of you that don't know why the show was a little late today, I'll tell you exactly why. One of my lights here, for whatever reason, somebody must have been messing around in the office, okay, because
the kids.
I open the door and the light just goes crash, bang, boom, knocks the cameras flying off the monitor. Everything's lost. Scramble, absolute scramble. But hey, the show must go on. I got it sorted. Absolutely. We're here now. Let's fire away. Starting lineup for this Champions League matchup. Okay, we had Di Gregorio back between the pipes. Kalulu, Bremer, Kelly. You had McKennie, Locatelli, Thuram, Cambiaso, Miretti, Yildiz, and then Jonathan David. Talked about it on the show yesterday. Chico is probably the only guy you're considering for a start, but due to him just coming back, you could totally understand him not starting. Honestly, none of us had any problem with that starting lineup. I wouldn't expect. Did you guys have any issues with that starting 11?
Based on Benfica's current run of form, from what I've seen, I don't watch them. Like, I don't really give a shit who they're playing, what they play. But from all that my understanding was that should have been enough for yesterday.
Yeah. Justin, did you have any issues?
Any starting 11 with Andrea Cambiaso just sucks. I swear, you can't get him. I was hoping he got a red card when he played with 10 men yesterday.
Oh, my God.
Easy. But actually, he does come up in the highlight reels, and we are going to talk about it, okay? Let's get into this.
Reels?
Can we get to the highlights, please, sir? Do you mind, sir? Can we, please? Sir?
Kids. Hey. Oh. Smokes. Let's go. Okay. 8 minutes in. I actually like the way Juve started right off the hop. It felt like we were going right. I mean, off the opening kickoff, we had a little passing sequence that just ended with a cross from McKennie that actually ended up behind our targets in the box. But that's okay because he made up for it and then some in the second half. 8 minutes in, Yildiz. I think Cambiaso actually tripped him. I don't know if Cambiaso tripped him or if he tripped over the ball himself, but that kind of plays into Justin's whole agenda right off the hop on this show. But anyways, Yildiz saves it. He comes back at them and actually does quite well to get a shot off there. Forces a diving save from the keeper. Nobody there to put home the rebound. McKennie was the closest, but he looked flat-footed on that one. It's okay. Got cleared. 22nd minute. Cambiaso. This is just something we've come to. It happens every game. I remember the discussions about people being like, oh, now he's become the scapegoat of the team. No, it's just pointing out the reality that at least once a game, you're going to get a terrible pass backwards from Cambiaso that's going to put you under. He chose in this moment to put a ball back to Locatelli, who's got Benfica players everywhere. And so do the players around Loca. And all Loca could do is try to like thread this needle to, I believe it might have been Miretti in there, and it's pounced on by Benfica. They get an opportunity. Good diving save from Di Gregorio, and actually Lloyd Kelly huge on the rebound because Pavlidis was there, and Lloyd Kelly with a huge clearance. But guys, it's comical now. This guy is good for at least one ridiculous pass that puts us under at the back, like every game. I guess Justin should take it from here. But.
Absolutely.
I mean, it like you said, we're not surprised at this point. You expect him to go like brain neutral at least once a game. I mean, he tripped within like a 5-minute span. He tripped Yildiz, who was moving forward with the ball, and then tried to set up an assist to Saziki or whatever his name is.
Easy. It's not Saziki. Okay.
It's a lot of I's and a after a Z at the end. I'm not good with them. They're tough to say.
They are.
Pavlidis?
Pavlidis was the striker that Lloyd Kelly almost had to block the rebound for. He wasn't the original shooter. The original shooter, I believe, on that one was Sudakov. And Sudakov actually looked pretty good. Sudakov was a link going years back, to Juve and a lot of big clubs.
Sounded familiar.
Sudakov, yeah. Actually looked pretty good. But Justin doesn't like Cambiaso. And we got that.
A bit of foreshadowing. Just a bit of foreshadowing. People would have looked at that play and said, what is Locatelli doing? And I saw a lot of what is Locatelli doing out there. It's like, well, he's being put in some pretty bad positions by his teammates.
That was a terrible pass back. It was a terrible decision. I mean, you never when it's crowded like that, I mean, even if you want to put hockey in there, you want to play this game of football, you don't go up the middle. I can hear Don Cherry yelling right now, never up the middle.
Yep.
Okay? Stick on the ice, heads up. Let's go. Okay, this Cambiaso thing is becoming crazy, though. It's like every single game. Okay, now, nonetheless, if you want to give Locatelli some flack for that, go ahead, because he made up for it in spades in this game, I'll tell you that. There's not a whole lot in this first half, to be quite honest, from Juve as far as highlights other than this. You had a cross in from McKennie. It looked like it was going to take a lot for David to generate power on it, but I still expect it to at least be put towards target, but it's not a much there. Miretti had a better header opportunity on that bouncing one across the area. Another one from both those guys I'd expect to, at the very least, hit target. Miretti goes high with his, and Miretti actually 20-something touches, 9 dispossessions, not a whole lot there. He kind of wasn't looking good, but I mean, to be honest, I didn't think many were looking good in the first half for Juve. Our passing was disgusting in that first half. And if you're going to talk about Benfica, they looked the more dangerous side because we were coughing the ball up almost at will, and they were generating chances from that. So I kind of had this feeling, though, like Juve still walks away with 2 big chances recorded to none from Benfica. I still wasn't really worried. And I kind of saw the reactions online because I was at work. I just quickly checked. Everyone's in a fury. We're playing like shit. They're going to kill us. Like, and I
Panic.
never really got that feeling watching it. I was like, you know what? We just need to clean our act up. And I'm not really that concerned. But were you concerned at the half, Skanga?
No, I had the same feeling you did. They weren't generating anything on their own. Benfica wasn't. It was more of things coming from our own mistakes. I just felt like if we just clean up the mistakes, if for some reason, I don't know if you can analyze it or if you're going to analyze it later, it felt like every pass had to be 25 yards. Like there was no small triangles like moving up as a unit. It just felt like every pass had to be 10, 15, 20 yards. I was like, let's just clean that up, clean up the turnovers, and we would have been fine. Like we didn't have great chances. I'm like, I just felt that game just needed one chance.
Yeah.
That's it. And
Yeah. And Justin, your thoughts at the end of that first half?
Yeah, it wasn't inspiring where it's like, okay, we've got this. I didn't feel good about it. I didn't feel terrible,
Yeah.
but it was kind of messy and ugly, and it's like if it's going to continue, you felt like if we keep doing this, eventually they will capitalize. But I guess things
Mhm.
changed. So
Yeah. Yeah, it felt sloppy, but yeah, we're all kind of on the same page. Man, if you go on the socials, it just was like the worst
This
game
person
Juve has
shit,
ever
that
played.
person
Like, yeah.
shit,
And I'm like,
this
hey,
person
just
shouldn't be
calm down.
here.
A couple tweaks, we'll get this thing going. For the love of God, just land a couple passes, get a little rhythm there, maybe connect with each other
Mhm.
a bit. There is a trend going that I didn't like, and this is now 2 games in a row. And I said
Mhm.
we got to clean that up, and that's from the Cagliari match to this match. Going to one of Skanga's points, the spacing in the attack with how far these guys are, there is no possibility of them linking up together. Yildiz, David, McKennie, all miles apart. Miretti was struggling, so that didn't help anything. But bring them closer together. And for the love of God, Cambiaso is going rogue. He's doing these things, but it ain't amounting to much. His touch was disgusting yesterday. Keep him to the outside. Just keep him to the outside for me, okay? But nonetheless, second half, Spalletti doesn't waste any time. So he does make a change, and it's Miretti that gets sacrificed. McKennie actually moves inside. Chico goes to the outside. And then from there, I will say this, though. The second half started off terribly for Juve and very
Oh
sloppy
my
right off
god.
the hop. Giveaway
Oh my
after
god.
giveaway after giveaway after giveaway. And I'm like, are you guys for real right now? Like,
Yeah,
this is
it was.
terrible. Sunday league stuff. And then all of a sudden, it's like somebody just flicked a switch and all of a sudden we got engaged. We actually started playing together. McKennie made a big difference when he was moved inside because he actually he moves around so much as well. And for whatever reason, Miretti was just shocking yesterday. McKennie actually held it down and he played very close to David and it made everything kind of work. Yildiz didn't have the greatest of games and he actually got
Not in the second
dispossessed
half.
a lot.
Mhm.
He got
Mhm.
dispossessed a lot. Almost 50% of his touches he lost. Okay. In the first half, he got the best of his opportunities. But that's what has to happen. And I said this in the last game. People want to harp on the striker getting ruled out by Cagliari's best defender. Who's going to step up and take the reins if he's going to get ruled out and marked and you're not playing to feet? We had similar things going on yesterday. Yildiz wasn't in the greatest of forms, and McKennie and Kalulu wasn't happening on the flanks. Miretti was not clicking. So Spalletti acts, makes a change, moves McKennie in there. We start finding some rhythm. Okay, great. And you know what? In the end, it's Taram. 54th minute, driving inside and finally having a rip. That's what I want to see this guy doing. That is the
And he's
blueprint.
in his defense, he hasn't been playing well. I checked my notes. It's been a while that he hasn't been playing well. But his what he does that no one else does is when he picks up the ball, he immediately drives forward. Like that, like he doesn't look to pass. He always looks to drive forward. It hasn't really been working out for him lately, but yesterday it was refreshing to see that.
What he's got to do is when you play those low block teams, because that's where we fell apart against Cagliari. You've got Locatelli and Cope Miners, and Cope Miners did not understand the responsibility because he just stayed back as well. No, Loca's the guy that gives you guys the freedom. Coop, move up. You're the guy that came in to add goals, to add assists out of the midfield. Get the fuck up there. You're not coming in here to be a second Locatelli. But what Thuram needs to do is realize that what he did yesterday, he's got to do all the time. He's got to add shots out of the midfield. He's got to be an extra body attacking. And even that alone will take attention to him. That opens up space for Yildiz, space for David, space for Chico, space for McKennie, space for Miret, etc. But that was a big goal. He needed that one. He needed that one badly, I think. That's his first Champions League goal. Absolutely loved it. The Selly? What do you guys think about the Selly? What the hell? Take it easy, boys. Fucking, were they gonna get all 12 guys? Did they wanted all 12 guys in a lineup in a photo shot there?
It's like a defensive touchdown in the NFL.
What's that, Justin?
No, just the good players.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
But I will say, I'm pretty sure that was the goal. Yeah. So that's the goal where you got to give some props to David. He worked to get that ball.
Yeah, he worked his ass off.
And then he didn't just stand there. He drew the defenseman away from the front post, which cleared the shooting lane for Thuram.
He actually almost set a pick, like a basketball pick on that defender.
And
he couldn't get in that frame for the shot. He actually stepped it up big second half, David. I thought second half he did way better. And obviously, because he plays a part on both the goals. Right after this goal, though, man, Benfica was coming back at us with pressure, and I'm thinking, are you guys serious? Like, we're just going to shut down on one, right? Just like that. And it's okay. We had to weather a little bit of a storm of pressure from Benfica. And then we get to 63rd minute, Locatelli to David with a nice little one touch into McKennie. McKennie does a really nice move to beat two guys to get into a space where he's facing goal, plays it into David. David with another nice little quick touch right back to him. He's all alone, and all he's got to do is slot home, and he does 3 straight Champions League goals for McKennie. He actually becomes one of our most prolific since he's joined the side in Champions League on 9 goals, tied with Vlahovic. So there you go, McKennie at it again. And credit to Spalletti also for pulling the strings that get us up to the 2-0. Now, it didn't come without, the standard Champions League. Okay, we're not just going to cruise. 68th minute, Benfica gets a corner. It goes off the post. They're pushing, trying to get something. 79th minute, PK. It didn't need to happen. It didn't need to happen. But Bremer throws his leg in there, catches the guy. You could see he's trying to pull back too, but nonetheless, I mean, you really don't have to do it. That's an avoidable PK. Thankfully, Pavlidis just makes a mess of that one, okay? If there was ever a PK that was worse than David's, that's the one, okay? Because he slips, can't even hold on the spot, and see you later. Might have hit the corner flag.
Throw-in? I thought I went out for a throw-in. The commentator after that PK miss for about 8 minutes. You have to feel bad for the guy. I wanted to strangle that guy. No, we don't. I don't have to feel bad for fucking anybody, especially that guy.
The announcers I was looking at, okay, or listening to, felt like they had the biggest hard-on for Benfica. It was painful to listen to.
And I think it's because I just assume, and I think I might be right, is they probably have to work the Benfica Real Madrid game next week. And they're like, we need it to mean something. We need Benfica to get points. It was not good commentating.
Oh, it was terrible. And again, the little insights on the situations around Juve were just so fucking far off. Unbelievable. Nonetheless,
wasn't even his worst. Wasn't even his worst defense of the day. the amount of times he says Braemar was
Braemar.
driving
Braemar.
me nuts. I was like,
That's
Braemar.
right.
Like, yeah, okay. So I don't even have the comments on. I was like, oh my God, it is your
Yeah.
job to say people's names right. Like, have you heard of the guy before? Braemar.
I don't think
Yeah,
he has.
Braemar, Neymar. They're spelled the same, but no, they're not.
Oh my God, that's a good
Braemar.
call.
Yeah, that was funny. That one made me laugh. But the commentators were just like glazing Benfica all fucking game, and I'm like, can you guys take it easy? Like, take it easy. And
Like
anyways,
losing donuts.
I loved it. Okay, I loved it, and another good moment in there that we'll get to after the game, as we're going to get into man of the match ratings, etc., because it does end there 2-0. Juve now 12 points in Champions League. I mean, hey, many believe that the ship sailed a long time ago for the top 8, but you get a little bit of help. Football is crazy. This new Champions League format is crazy.
Are we?
Absolutely anything can happen, but one thing is for sure, we're in a much better situation now than we were 3 games ago. And I literally, for everybody that was going so gung-ho where we were at before, I said the same thing happened last year in Champions League in general. You have to look at the difficulty of the schedule. You could be down at the start. You could go back up towards the end. You just really have to go game by game because it fluctuates so much. I'm actually really enjoying the format. It's almost like somebody that used to be a part of Juve realized that this is what European football needed and kind of wanted to start something similar. It's
Weird.
interesting.
Weird. Yeah. Where have we talked about that?
Yeah, weird.
I don't think
Can't
it sounds new to me.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Sounds like a super good idea though.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize. I didn't realize how close we are to the top 8. Yeah, we need a little bit of help. Like obviously, need 3 or 4 teams lose, but right there for the
Yeah.
big money. Hey, Justin has been saying we need more money, and yeah. So
Now, we're going to get into stats. We're going to get ratings. And then we're going to get into your guys' overall thoughts coming out of this one, okay? So when it comes to the statistics in this game, 46% possession for Juve. We had 2 big chances created finishing the game. They had 1 big chance created. They had 16 attempts. We had 12. Everything was pretty close. 7 corners to 4 in favor of them. Goalkeeper saves, 3 for each keeper. Yeah, not a whole lot separation when you're looking at the stats. We'll go through the ratings before we lead into everything in the aftermath. Di Gregorio finishes with 7.5. You've got Kalulu at 7. Bremer at 6.7. Kelly, 7.6. Cambiaso, 6.8. Loca, 8.2. Thuram, 8.1. McKennie, 8.2. Miretti, 6.2. Yildiz, 6.3. David, 6.5. That's your ratings coming out of that one. We just use those for general discussion. If you think the ratings are a little bit different here and there, well, we'll get into it potentially when we get to man of the match talk. So, man of the match officially is Khéphren Thuram. Was he your man of the match? Let's get Justin's first.
was he really?
Yeah, he was the official man of the match.
I'm gonna say no. I don't think you get bonus points for cool celebrations. And honestly, the whoop one was way better. Whenever
The
that
whip
was.
one was sweet with
Yeah,
David.
that was
there.
much
Yeah.
better. Way better team Selly. So go back to that one. No, I thought he had some rough passing in the first half. He was hitting missiles at people from like 3 feet away. It was a little rough on the first half. I didn't think he was necessarily the best player for the game. He had a great goal. I don't think that necessarily elevates him to that rating. I probably would have given it to Locatelli, even though I'm not normally one of his biggest supporters. I feel like he was everywhere yesterday. He was hitting some long passes, which I want him to do more frequently. Get the ball forward. He was doing a little more of the distribution yesterday, and I loved it. And I felt like it showed in the results. So it would have been me for him, or him for me. Him for me. I didn't play.
Yeah, he's not picking you. That's for sure.
No.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Skanga, who was your man of the match?
I'm a little surprised that it was the official one was Thuram. I thought it would have been McKennie, because then I wasn't going to pick McKennie. I was actually going to pick Locatelli. It's a toss up between Locatelli and McKennie, and even Locatelli having a game like that, there's still people out there shitting on him. I do
Of
not get it.
course. Of
I
course.
I don't get it. It's just like, listen, we're all slappies for somebody, and we all have our agendas, especially Justin. But look at him. Look at him growing, saying, "I'm not a Locatelli guy." But you have to give props sometimes to players that you don't really care for that much. So yesterday, I think, not that I don't care for him, I'm going to give it to McKennie yesterday. He all
Yeah.
around top to bottom. But Locatelli's like right there for me.
I got a couple that I'm actually thinking of, and I didn't have. Mac did good in the second half. Non-existent first, really very little there. We got to maybe figure out that right side between Kalulu and McKennie, and moving forward, we'll get to that. It was between Locatelli or Lloyd Kelly for me. I thought Lloyd Kelly had a hell of a game. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he played really, really good. He was the best defender at the back, I thought. But Locatelli, for this particular game, he led on what it was going to take, because our play wasn't pretty, and it was going to be that blood, guts, sweat type game. And oh my God, man, 6 blocks. They were all big blocks.
Huge.
A lot of defensive interventions.
Two off
Really,
the
really
face.
good ball movement in the second half when we kind of got playing better. Yeah, I don't know. That should spark and fuel everybody to where the effort rate needs to be. But it's Locatelli, man. And I'm telling you, it was beautiful to see the guy finally get a little bit of a sign of respect from the stadium, because he got a standing ovation when he took that substitute for Cope Miners. And then it looked like we actually played one man down. But I'll leave that one alone, okay? But Locatelli was my man of the match ultimately. But my God, man, this guy, as Skanga alludes to, keeps getting hate. Spalletti coming out, and actually Locatelli speaking about their relationship, and said, we spoke immediately upon his arrival, and he said, I just made myself available to him. And he, again, is one of the few guys that takes accountability. And I said, that's big for this group, because going back to the Allegri days, I said, like, we kind of baby our players a bit too much, and it needs to stop. So what did he say when people talked about the relationship between him and Spalletti, and what he said? He goes, yeah, you know what? He's like, I needed to be better around that time to get that national team call up. He's like, and I've just been working to get my name back there, and he's a good coach, and I made myself available to him. He's all class. He's always all class. He's no nonsense. He's all business. We should not be pushing guys like that into a category where they fall upon most hated players. It's crazy to me. The guy's only doing his job. If you don't want him to be out there, tell the club to get somebody better. And this guy would still stick around on the bench, probably take a pay cut just to stay at Juve. And I'd be fine with that. That's all I'm going to say.
His backup is Cope Miners, so people better be careful what they ask for.
Anyways, great performance from Loca. Lloyd Kelly, he really needs to start getting more credit, I think.
King
well.
Kelly.
Yeah, like
easy
he doesn't.
With the king, easy with the king. Come on.
I'm almost there with Justin. Like,
what, did he go to
listen,
Burger King for lunch with you or something? Put the hat on? Like, easy. That's the only way we're going king over here. Throwing kings out for any of these players. I just said we can't baby them. We can't coddle them. We don't want to make them feel like they've achieved anything. You're calling the guy king. Take it
He's
easy.
British, bruv.
Take it easy.
If people always they come in, they're like, well, Kelly doesn't do this or doesn't do that. First and foremost, he does his goddamn job, which is a defender. Well, we need a defender who can play out from the back. No, we don't. We need a defender who defends first. That's what he does. Okay, could he do more things? Sure. But what his number one goddamn job is to defend and keep the ball in the net. And that's what he does. Day in and day out. Sometimes it doesn't look pretty, but he gets the job done.
Doesn't have to look pretty. It just has to get the job done. Simple as that. He was hated upon arrival for shit out of his control that has nothing to do with him.
Zero.
You know? And it's another sign of, like, the ups and downs and the reactions of just like from one game to the next, and just like even a few games just define a player and all of this. And it's just like, fuck, just give these guys a little bit of chance. Just give them a little bit of wiggle room and just see. And, you know, Jonathan David comes into question because he takes a lot of heat because he's not a profile that many people like, because everybody's like, no, he's too slow. Like, well, to be honest, he's got a lot of traits, even if he's slow, that actually help the group. He's kind of like a false nine almost, because he's almost like what Spalletti said after the game. Just too nice. Like, you got to be a little more cutthroat, a little more ruthless as a striker. That's what Spalletti wants from him. But David is literally playing right now as this supporter and just getting other guys in the mix and playing these 1-2s. We've seen it a lot over the past stretch where he's been able to play consistently, because I do believe he's as close to a lead as you'll get, way more than Openda, in my opinion. That's just me. But listen, it's not a detriment to him if you want to play a crossing game. That's a stupid plan for having him. Not a detriment to him. So it's like, for me, the past couple games, there's things we could do better. I felt like in the first half of this one, we were lining up for crosses. Or like in the first half, like early, you could see guys would get the ball on the right side. Our players would be like at the top edge of the area or getting ready for a cross to wind up and come in. I don't want to see us playing that way if you have Miretti and David and Yildiz on the opposite side. What the fuck is the point of that? So, like I said, we have things to work on. And again, if you want to get into these guys and detriments, McKennie falls into that category, because there's some games where technically he can't do it in there if it's too jam-packed, like he did yesterday. There's games where he's played that same position, moved inside, and he stumbled and failed.
It looks horrible.
It's about putting it all together, the time, the opponent, recognizing all of that. Yesterday, Spalletti did a good job in assessing things at half and how they approach it second. Do we still have work to do? Absolutely. Absolutely. I heard this comment and said, never critique a win. And I said, never be satisfied. Always aim for improvement. And it's funny because Del Piero literally said, at Juve, never satisfied. Somebody told me enjoy the moment after a win. And he said, no, I won't enjoy it. I'm working hard for the next one. Never satisfied. That's the mentality of the old school Juve. That's where we need to get to. Telling these players they haven't achieved shit. Because every time, we've talked about it a lot lately, the expectations ramp up. They get close in league and people are talking Scudetto. We always have that blackout. Always.
Weren't
Have
people
we had it yet?
complaining?
Well, that Galliani
complaining
match could have been one for sure.
Sorry,
weren't
Justin,
people
go ahead.
complaining the players weren't celebrating after the game?
They said,
you
look
guys
at the
see those
players.
comments?
They're not celebrating with it. Great. I had no problem with that. Yeah. Did you look? What did you think of that? Because there were people saying, "Look at these guys; they're not even celebrating whatever." Fine with it.
Yeah, they won, but they're not happy with something. So fine with me. Be pissed
I
off all the
wouldn't-
time.
I wouldn't mind if they celebrate after yesterday's win, because now they qualified for like the knockout rounds. But like after like beating Napoli, that would qualify for being a little happy afterwards. Beating whoever, Cremonese, no, just pack your bags and get on the train. We got to go.
Yeah. And
There's times.
I'm not gonna argue that David's got work to do. No argument there. But what I'm saying is matching up our game plan to make sense, to maximize what our players can bring to the equation is also part of the puzzle. You can't throw a guy as tall as me, 5'9", 5'10", and be like, hey, let's spam headers in there. You can't do that. I mean, that's not a good game plan.
And considering where we were at the beginning of the year, so before Spalletti got to, I wrote these numbers down. So 4 wins, 5 draws, and 3 losses. I guess that's however many games that is. And then since not including
Oh,
yesterday, Spalletti, 10 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses with the same team. Like, we're going to have times where we're going to look as bad as we did before Spalletti got here, but you can't say that we haven't sort of turned things around.
Yeah. No, we've
No,
definitely turned things around. I mean, and this is
right.
one of the things. After that blip against Cagliari, everybody said now we could see Spalletti is not a magician. And it's
Like,
always going
come
to
on.
come down to these players. People are still harping on the fact that these players are just not capable of doing whatever their expectation for this group is. Like, I don't know. For me, my expectations were the same, and they still remain the same. I think this team could be a top two and maybe be close to a fight for the top in Serie A.
Mhm.
Because I just think Serie A is unconvincing, but we're unconvincing too
Yep.
because we have these blips.
We can't have that blackout period. But now, when you say blackout period, I think of three
Like
or
a
four games in a row, like a
and
month.
and and that's the thing is you're right. We've avoided that. And out of this game, I think that's a major positive.
Mhm.
Because if you're telling me that the side under Motta or the side under Tudor wouldn't have fallen apart the way this game was going with our play,
We lose 2-0
I
yesterday.
could totally
yeah.
see this team previously crumble with the fact that you dropped a brutal game to Cagliari going into this one, and the way this first half went, I could have seen this team folding easily.
2-3-0 lost yesterday.
And they dug deep and they fought. They showed they can fight. That's great because there's going to be games where that's how
Mhm.
you have to get it done. If you expected one-way traffic yesterday, is that on the team or is that on you? I didn't expect one-way traffic for Juve to just run roughshod on Benfica. So
No.
I felt like a lot of the reactions on social media were maybe fans that thought we were going to get 80% possession and just call the shots and dictate this game. That was never going to be the case.
Like, who's watching the Portuguese league to make those assumptions? Who are these people?
They're
Who's
not.
got time for that?
They're
They're
playing
not?
FC
Okay.
26 and basing it off the ratings. And they're like, oh,
Time
their
is of
highest
the
rated
essence.
players are
By the way,
72.
now we got the puppy. For those of you that missed out, I got a puppy, a new English bulldog. We called him Edgar. And you know exactly why. Edgar Davids, son of a bitch, man.
Oh,
And he looks good in
okay, Callum.
goggles, too. Looks good in goggles. We just got to work on the dreads.
Maybe you
But,
should
oh,
have called him
man.
Lloyd.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
And
Lloyd would have been good.
time. Well, we got a new addition coming to the family as well in
Here
June.
we go. Yes.
So we'll see what happens with
Switching from man-to-man defense to zone, eh, buddy? There you go.
well, you know what? Now we got a sound tech in the family. We're gonna have lighting so that this shit doesn't fall over and we don't start the show late. And then we'll get another producer. So yeah,
Producer.
the AJC's in
Oh,
good hands. We got a third on deck in June. Okay, but yeah, time. You're talking about time. Time, man. Who's got time for Benfica? Yeah, Mo.
0.
Mo, how you doing? How you doing, bitch? Okay, okay. Actually, the new one.
It's a family show.
I like that one. That's a rapid fire.
So aggressive. Why are you so aggressive? Just because your light fell over. Anyways, what
Do
do
we
you got?
have an issue positionally now with McKennie? Everybody said after yesterday's game, he's got to play in that position, moved inside.
No, because he's played well as in 27's position out on the wing, where we've had other people. I just think it looked that way because Miretti. I have not been a fan of Miretti for a long time. He's eaten some panini in the offseason. He looks a little bit better.
God,
He's
I love
playing
a good
well.
panina.
Oh God, just saying the word makes me hungry. He's been playing well though, but for some reason yesterday was it the spacing, was it the setup? He did not look well. So when that happens, it's then I think these questions come up about putting McKennie on the inside. When McKennie's on the outside, we have a lot more options in play on the inside. I think he's better on the outside.
Fair.
Justin, what do you think?
I think in general, I agree. I think typically he has been better on the outside, but he scores a lot of goals, so he's got to get
He
inside
does.
at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's just his IQ on the field or if that is his position at the time. I don't remember. But yeah, I'd be completely fine because the other sub was Moretti came off, and Chico. By the way, no one said this. 2 goals with Chico on the field, right?
Chico helps the attitude and he helps the pace. He also forces the defense because he took up that position. He stayed wide for the most part, which I also don't like, and I'll get to this and how it affects West, but Chico makes a difference. He makes a difference.
He does.
Now,
He does.
I agree with kind of both of you. I do believe he needs to start and play from the outside, McKennie. But I agree with Justin. He's got to get in positions where he can create havoc and score some goals and be a target in the area. He can still achieve that. He can still achieve that from playing on the outside. What's happening is we have to adjust. Like, there's times yesterday, and we have a bad habit of doing this with other players as well, so this isn't picking on him, but yesterday, it's like McKennie didn't quite know where to go because Moretti was advancing too fast almost. So that when the ball hits the outside and McKennie's on the outside, he goes back to Kalulu. Moretti is also advanced in a line pretty much with David, McKennie, etc. And they're all advanced. You get this ball pushed back. There's like nowhere to go. Moretti or Loca needs to adjust and then slide into there to like be able to create some type of passing option so that McKennie can break free of that sideline and actually move inside so that he's not only hitting the area when the ball's on the left side. And same thing with Yildiz, honestly. Like, the way we work from left side to right side, I still say just narrow it in a little bit and so that these guys can find each other. Because the spacing is the biggest issue that I see. So Weston, I don't think we have a position problem. He could still hit the area from playing out wide. I think the reason you're seeing Yildiz, Chico held out there so much is because they automatically draw the double team. And we think we could pass out of it and then have that extra man somewhere that we can find. But we're not finding them. That's the thing. So still a little work to do. But I don't think we have a positional issue. I do not believe McKennie needs to play in that inside role. He could still be effective from the outside, and he was doing it. What's the only thing that's changed? Moretti has come in to the mix. Because when Chico plays, he's the one that automatically goes to the outside as that threat. They just need to find a way, again, going back to what we were talking about, David, find a way to make it click for all these guys. So I don't believe we have positional issue. I'm with you guys. We got a big win. Does it feel like there's been a little bit of regression, though, now that we're talking about the play? Some are saying, well, because, again, going back to Spalletti and being like, he's not a magician. And these guys are going to show their true colors the same. Like, it feels like people just don't want to get hurt again, okay? Had a girlfriend cheat on them one time, and now all of a sudden they're just going to play the field forever. Well, what the fuck's going to give here, okay? Do we have a little bit of regression in play or not?
Okay, we spoke in early December, I think, or late November on this show into these microphones, and we said there was 5 games before this stretch of Benfica, Napoli, and then is it Monaco? Is that what the stretch we were talking about? Anyways, before this match that we're talking about. And we said, of those 5 games, we need X question mark out of 15 points. And we said 12 or 13. What did we end up with? 10 out of the 15? Because we had the loss and the draw. So, I mean, he met our expectations. Okay, we stumbled against Lecce and the loss against Gallia, but it still met the expectation. And then a win against Benfica in Champions League. Wow. He's met my expectations. I don't want to put any words in your mouth or Justin or anybody in the chat. He's met my expectations so far. Maybe even, exceeded, I would say.
Yeah. So some feel that in the past couple games, there's been a little bit of going
It's
back
gonna
to
happen.
what we were frustrated with years previous, and they believe it's on the players, not on Spalletti. They just feel they fall into these bad habits. Justin,
Well,
what do you
here's the
think?
well, all right. So first of all, if we want to say, oh, well, Spalletti's not a magician, and then like the tall guy on the other side said, 10-4-2, as
10,
opposed
4,
to
and 2.
four,
Yep.
5-3,
Yep.
and they didn't have Bremer
11,
for
4, and
most.
2.
Okay,
Because with the
and
win
then
yesterday.
oh, bingo, even better. And they didn't have Braemar for a lot of that, and they still don't have Susan Vlahovic. So that's not magician work, but he's done a damn good job considering I don't think he was the most popular hire originally. So I
Yep.
would have to say if he's not meeting at least or exceeding expectations for most of the fan base, I'd be shocked. Regression lately, is it? When was the last time we scored 5 goals?
Well, that's
Is that
before what
regression?
they're saying is the regression is going back. You had a low block team that you stumbled on again. And then you had Benfica that some do feel with a little bit of finishing there, maybe this thing gets away from us earlier, right?
Okay.
I mean, it's all what ifs. But
If
our game hasn't been pretty against a lower Serie A side and then a big Champions League rebound, we were pretty ugly in the first half.
And if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. What's the point?
Bingo. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, every day would be Urka Dunkfest. All right, Dwight Schrute, write that down, everybody. Who Spalletti has never won at Cagliari. Apparently, he's never won on the island. So I know it's a lower team. To other people's points, those are games that lose you Scudettos. I get it. You got to win those games. I get it. But all in all,
Listen,
doing fine. We'll be fine.
the games haven't been as pretty as the ones prior in terms of play. And I do actually agree if we're talking about certain sequences that were effective for us disappearing all of a sudden. And that bad spacing between these guys wasn't there in those games in the build up to Cagliari and Benfica. They were actually had a lot of good interplay between all of those guys. So the link-up play, I actually would tend to agree with people that say that has kind of disappeared. So we do feel like over the past couple of games, it's been as if they're looking towards crossing a little bit too much. The second half yesterday, we got away from it. We started actually playing to our traits of the guys that you have out there. So I kind of just feel like it's still a work in progress as far as figuring out what we need to do to get the most out of these guys. And also the work in progress is now you have tougher opponents in the schedule. So you were doing that against those sides. No disrespect to them, but
Wow.
I don't care either way.
It's okay.
Now you have to find a way to get that going against tougher opposition. So the space is going to be tighter, the pressure is going to be harder, and the expectations, because with each passing week, passing round, it's going to ramp up. So it's just a matter of finding those good things that we were doing in those games and now being able to translate it quicker and in tighter spaces and against tougher opposition. It's just still a work in progress. It doesn't mean that there's a regression. It's part of the process. So I'm still on board. I still believe Spalletti has done fantastic despite the fact of what I think about him personally. And the funny thing is, this guy, it's just like he gets into it with fans. He told a fan to go home. He goes, stay at home next time. Trying to call for subs or whatever. He goes, you know what? Stay at home next time if you don't like this Juve. Because he was calling, I believe, for 27. Cambiasso to come off the pitch. He goes, I got 5 subs. He goes, if you don't like Juve, stay at home. And he was signing shit for fans, and he yells at the fan. He's like, hold it. He's like yelling at him. He's just all over the place. But when he slapped Openda and told him, you need to wake up, okay, that's just good shit. That's just good shit. This guy's all over the place, man.
Before we move on, We were talking about
Yeah.
we're making progress. I pronounce it differently than you do because Canadian. But who has been out of the lineup the last couple games during this little regression period?
Okay, I have a question about this, and I think I know where you're going.
It's Chico Conceição.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the mixed
And you
feelings.
have like a handful of guys. I've seen
my
you in the
God.
chat, everybody saying Chico offers nothing.
Where?
Justin, keep the chat off because I wrote this down. I saw the chat, and I think this is a good time
Send
to get into
them
this now.
to my house.
Okay, you don't want that. You definitely
Actually,
don't want
we should do that. House Wrecker, 1145 Birchwood Avenue.
Hey, mute.
Okay.
Jeez.
Chico came in, and it's hard to argue that game didn't flip when he came in. I get it, and I agree. I just want to ask the question nicely, and Justin, I hope you can answer this. There is some frustration for me, now I'm not going to put words in people's mouths, that he doesn't make the right decision on multiple occasions in terms of late. Like when he cuts back inside sometimes, Openda was sitting there waiting for like you like to say, cock lock, ready to rock to shoot that ball, and he fires one way wide. Now, the game flipped when he came in. I'm just saying, and he should start, but he couldn't start because he was injured. I still think people are frustrated with his decision making on many occasions during the game.
Okay.
Please. I think he should start. I think that's his spot. I'm just saying I get frustrated.
That's
sometimes.
just Ganga. That's just Ganga getting the old jerry can out and just doing a little bit of this right now for you, Justin, and just get that.
And that's fine.
By the way, finish your thought, and then I'm going to get something.
Okay, so now you can put the sugo spoon down for a second. First of all, I'm not going to call him the name I want to call him because the poll told me I'm not allowed to anymore. But Chico does not always make the best decisions in the final third. But David doesn't finish every chance he gets. Yildiz doesn't get every shot on target. Okay. He's not a robot, but he runs his ass off every goddamn game. He's a better defender than 27, even though he's the height of a munchkin.
Nailed it. Got it.
It's like, okay, yeah, there's some flaws. He's not going to win a ball in the air. Who is this?
Gio, man. I can't
Nico
say
Gonzalez?
the same, man. Nico Gonzalez better than Chico. Chico brings intangibles that you lose.
I just want to say before Justin finishes, Gio also wrote in here, and I wrote it down because it was hilarious. He said 27's worst day is better than Cabal's best day.
No.
Anyway, sorry. Finish your thought on Chico. Go ahead.
Chico's great. I don't understand. He is my most, in my opinion. Everyone says, "Oh, Locatelli gets all the hate." I think it's Chico. People
he gets a lot.
hate the guy. It was like, "Oh, we paid too much. We did this. He's too expensive. He's too little." Okay, he's not going to hit a header in the box.
No.
But when he's on the field, our best attack is Yildiz, David, Chico. The spacing's better. We score more goals. We win more games. The proof is in the pudding.
It is.
Chico demands attention. Our flank, and you know what? I'll say it. I've been screaming it for a couple games. It's not dynamic. You lose that threat. When it's McKennie and Kalulu out there on the outsides, you're missing that. So McKennie still needs to be a part of this team, but Chico makes a big difference. He automatically attracts two defenders every time. And again, you just got to figure out how to take advantage of that. Whenever these guys are drawn double teams, triple teams, you got to take advantage. That's where we're lacking. But to say Chico brings nothing, I cannot agree. As far as Gio's other comment, that Cambiaso's worst day is better than Cabal's best, I mean, that's a bit of a stretch. Cambiaso's a little bit of a circus right now, okay? Because he'll make a stupid pass like he does once a game at least, and then he just pings one.
65 yards.
He just pings one 65, 70 out of nowhere, and I'm like, The fuck is
What a
that,
pass.
man?
What a pass that
This
was.
guy is a yo-yo, okay? A fucking yo-yo. I don't know what's up with 27, but he's got it figured out. Maybe he needs a Panino too. By the way, I'm just going to say this. Progress, okay? Americani. Progress. Because they get mad at how I say progress. Okay, you know those green things that go ribbit, that hop? Are they frogs? Or are they fucking frogs?
They're
It's
frogs.
progress.
Frogs.
They're not frogs, okay? So it's not progress.
Who
R-O-G.
says
You're
Yeah.
proving my point.
Frog?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Progress.
it's a fucking frog.
It's
Settle down,
progress.
everybody. It's a family show.
Progress.
We're not going to get into this. We're not going to get into the
We're into it.
construct of words.
You
and social
yo-yo.
structure.
Okay,
Yes.
let's keep it
It's
rolling.
Yahoo. Don't
Keep it
be a
rolling.
Yahoo.
At least we
Champions
all
League.
agree that Braemar
Champions
is wrong.
League. Anything can happen. We're knocking on the door top 8.
It's true.
Knock, knock, knock. On top 8.
Don't ever do that. Okay, sitting pretty in Champions League. Now we got to shift focus to the league. We got a tough one with Napoli on deck. What do you think has to be the message you carry from this game? Because it wasn't pretty, let's be honest. So what do you focus on to take into the Napoli match?
That's a whole match, right? Chico has to start. You got to figure it out. Chico's got to start. Yildiz cannot disappear. And I want to see more of yesterday's Thuram on Sunday.
Are we in agreement that the starting 11 is already decided? Like, are you already locked in on what you're doing?
Yeah.
Like, do you mean matching yesterday's, or he already knows based on yesterday who he's going to start?
What do you? I feel like now, all this time that Spalletti's been here, there was a little bit of a guessing game for a period. But now it's pretty much determined
he
who
knows.
the main men are.
Oh. Yeah.
He knows who's starting on Sunday.
And what do you think we're going to get? Like, Chico, is he going to be in the starting 11?
Yes. Has
If
to
he's
be.
fit.
Doesn't matter. He has to start. He has to start on Sunday.
And McKennie plays where Miretti started yesterday?
Yes. Miretti has
27.
So you think you move, but do you think Spalletti will do it? I don't see him doing that.
no.
I believe McKennie will start where Miretti did yesterday.
Probably.
Yeah.
I believe you're going to see the exact same lineup, except Miretti will be benched against Napoli, and Chico will be on the outside, and McKennie will be where Miretti played, and you're pretty much going to have almost 2 strikers with David and McKennie. Are you cool with that?
I mean,
Yeah.
we get the
I'd
results.
go with it. Yeah. I think right now, unless you have a better lineup, I'm not just saying you're. And honestly, do you think there's a better lineup we have right now than that?
I actually will go back to the same message I've had. You could start that lineup. It's what you do with them that matters more.
Okay.
If Chico and Yildiz are on islands out wide, it ain't going to matter. It ain't going to fucking matter. It's about getting these guys able to play off of one another. McKennie, this is what worries me, is this going to be a game where the McKennie that struggles in tight in that kind of advanced midfielder role shows up, or is it the one that can be a force in the area against Napoli, etc.? Like, the biggest key here too is probably going to come down to Kefren Thuram, because Thuram has to there has to be more put on him. There has to be more put on that role. Locatelli offers the freedom. Thuram needs to use that. Thuram needs to use that and say, I'm going to fill the space here. I'm going to bring everybody together, and I'm going to bring us closer to be able to actually interplay with one another. So for me, it's not Cambiaso. It's not anybody else, but Thuram will be critical in that game. for that specific reason. Because if McKennie's going to struggle there and do all that, Thuram needs to take the reins, and he needs to assist with that. He needs to assist with closing that down, bringing everybody together from Yildiz, David, McKennie, Chico, etc. And then from there, hopefully McKennie can be in the area to create havoc. Because if it's up to him to play like any type of the creation type stuff, that's where it falls flat. So how do we get the best of both worlds? McKennie on the outside, Chico inside, and McKennie could still find the lane to get in and attack? You could do that. Why do they have to be determined? That's my whole thing. There's nothing stopping them from mid-game saying, hey, you know what, Mac? I'm going in now. And you rotate out and create a little confusion for the opposition. Mix it up. Like Cambiaso, always central. Always roaming around in there. Fucking stay to the outside. Let's move Yildiz inside for a little bit. At least fucking 5 minutes, 10 minutes here. So I actually don't think it's an issue if we start that way. Again, just like this last game, it's about being on it and the game read from Spalletti.
Yeah, I think he was in his head too much in the first Napoli match. I think he overthought it. And it seems like when he lets the players, I wouldn't say freewheel, but play a little looser. And I hope he doesn't get in his head too much for this Monopoly match like he did the last one. Yeah. Don't overthink it.
Gio says starting lineup yesterday is our best lineup. It can be, but it also can't be at times.
It's not. It's not. Chico is one of our best players. If he's not in the starting lineup, it's not our best lineup.
And that's hard. That's hard to argue with. It's hard to argue against that.
I think what it comes down to is McKennie is kind of like the guy that now everybody needs to see in the 11. But there will be games where maybe something else changes your mind. Maybe something else changes your mind just for a game or two or whatever. The guy's going to need a rest too. Like, Mac's going to need a break too. Kalulu's, I don't know if we want to play that game with multiple guys now, okay? Because January window. It's taking some time. Everybody.
Yeah, when does the window close? Is it
February 2nd?
Okay, it's not January 30th. Okay, it's the end of February.
February 2nd it closes. By the way, for the headlines for everybody, Mateta breakdown was apparently the obligation requiring Juve to reach Champions League. That's what Palace didn't like. Don't you have a new board member that is willing to help financially, and maybe you can apply, a better obligation? Like, my biggest thing still with this whole thing, do you want the guy or not?
Yeah, get your thumb out of your ass and make a decision.
Thank you. Like, do you want this player or not? That's what I'm coming down. Because if you're going to feed me all these lines about, Juve's trying to, if they don't reach Champions League, they lose this revenue, etc. Yeah, we've been there, done that. And so what? The team's not going to plan on improving if they miss Champions League? You're still going to want to strengthen the roster. You still have 2 strikers leaving at year end. You might even sell one of the 2 guys currently on the roster now. Like, it makes no sense to me. Either you want them or you don't. Shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, I still don't understand which one is doing something. Is it the shitting or is it getting off the pot? Anyways, I digress. Now, is this guy not a free transfer in the summer?
Not this summer. He's got 1 more year on the contract.
Gotcha.
It's funny. It's just funny to me. It's funny to me because you have Tether who's willing to do all this, etc. But, we're willing to collab with anybody. But you see situations like this, they'll gladly help you if you miss out on Champions League if you're looking to boost the team. And if you don't want to use their money, great. What are you going to do? Not improve the team if we miss Champions League? You either want this guy or you don't. It's just...
Get off the pot, everybody. Wait,
if somebody asks me, and I'll ask all of you in the chat,
it's the shitting.
do you think that the Mateta situation, how this is played out, is how a big club operates or should operate? I don't, personally.
Do they really want him or not? I mean, maybe
Exactly.
they don't really want him. Maybe they wanted the loan, but not the obligation. They wanted the loan with the option.
They
So
put the obligation in there. They put the obligation in there. Juve went to $2.5 million loan, $30.5 million purchase obligation, only barring they make Champions League.
And if he plays so bad they don't make Champions League, they don't have to buy him.
Yes, but my whole point is still intact. Do you actually want this player? Yes or no? It's like, oh, we want him, but not if we don't make champions. That makes no fucking sense. Either you want the player or you don't.
Maybe they want him, but they didn't want him as bad as that bad.
And the majority of the chat is here, not at all. In terms of is this how a big team operates? It's just
they buy what they want. They buy what they want.
To Kajino's Eddie point, he's not a big player to begin with. That's besides the point. Because you, Skanga, myself, Justin, Wing of Winter, we're not picking the players for the team.
Yes.
The point is they are. So it doesn't matter what we feel about the player. It's how you operate that matters. I think it's a bad look. It's like you either want the guy or you don't.
Yeah, you don't enter negotiations for a maybe I want the player. I don't. Shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, like you guys want him or not? Oh well, we want the player, but guess what? If we don't make Champions League, I mean, we can't commit to this. But well, no. Do you want him or not? Because guess what? You've dumped money previously when you missed Champions League. You just threw a bond in again. You don't want to stop throwing bonds in? Okay, great. Then build the right fucking team so you don't have to. It all ties in. It all ties in.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. We finally, I think, got it right at coach. Just keep it rolling with players. But I think it's silly to me how much time is wasted. And again, go back to the summer. Here we are, January 22nd. En-Nesyri is where it's looking like we're going.
No idea if this is a human being or a character. Is it a real person?
This is he's a striker for Morocco. Come on. He is going to be no obligation. It is going to be a loan with option to purchase. And apparently Ottolini is there now trying to wrap this up. The other headline is Maldini still in play for Juventus. And Fabrizio Romano says watch for the coming days. And other news, fitness, Rugani, we won't see him till February. That's when he's expected back, is February. So
what happened to him? Anyways, I like Rugani. Poor prick. Oh. Did he get divorced from his wife? Did they split up?
Oh, yeah.
They did, didn't they? Oh, yeah. That's a shame. That's probably why he's out.
That's what. Yeah, his endurance went down.
Family show. I still say it. We should put that.
Well, now they're a broken family, unfortunately.
Oh, I missed a headline. Juve's had several meetings with Frank Kessié. And they are working.
Kessié, what year is this?
They are working on looking at a move for him in the summer.
For the coaching staff?
And they're trying to figure out the salary and trying to see if it's feasible. But Frank Kessié.
The one who played for Milan?
Yeah. Yeah. Good for you. Good for you.
Amigo, yeah. What year is this? What are we doing?
2026. Gio's talking about can't deny Kelly's form anymore. Best surprise signing in Juve history. Is he the best surprise signing in Juve history?
No. Vidal was a...
Vidal would have to be up there for a surprise. How about Pogba? Pogba 1.0, like...
well, he was
to that degree? An 800K signing? Young kid? Pogba would have to be the best surprise signing, in my opinion. Barzaghi's a good shout, but for me, it's Paul Pogba.
Like Tevez was a good player, but he was like a bat out of hell when he got here. Like he was.
But that
good.
wasn't really like not to the surprise element, right?
Yeah.
Man, for me, it's Pogba. Pogba's easily the best one that I've seen from playing. Like from all my time watching, if there was somebody back when Skanga was on the bench forming the team, you tell us. But it's Pogba. It's Pogba.
Been a lot of players since then. You gonna say Weston?
He's got to be close because when we signed him, like we signed an American out of where?
Was it
Easy, man. No, Paul Pogba. No, man. No. I'm not going to say McKennie is close to Pogba as far as a surprise signing. No chance.
Any, Barzagli?
Barzaghi's actually a good show.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see who...
wasn't Chiellini terrible? Well, not terrible, but like he wasn't great.
Well, he was a youth player. Like, he was young when we got him.
He came playing on the outside at first and looked like a deer on ice, man.
Yeah, those defenders took a while to
yeah, Bonucci. There's some shouts for Bonucci. Pirlo, I don't think it's at that. Like that was still a class player. It's just he was older. You know.
What about?
I gotta say Pogba. That's a great question, though.
Not a surprise, but somebody who like came in and like catapulted themselves into near legend status, like Mandzukic, like came in and just like he was good, but he, I'm thinking of somebody.
I don't know. Okay, let's go like this.
Probably Pogba.
The guys that are mentioned, you've got Paul Pogba, you've got Barzagli, you've got let's throw Bonucci in there let's throw Kelly, and who was another one we had? We had
Chiellini.
Oh, Lichtsteiner. Lichtsteiner is a good one. Let's say rate those 5 with Lloyd Kelly in there for biggest surprises. Like if I got Pogba 1, Pogba's 1 for me.
Yeah, I think it has to be.
Lichtsteiner. He's like a journeyman and then came to us. He was Vidal. Vidal's got to be in the mix too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna go Pogba. I'm gonna go Vidal. Still bigger surprise than Kelly. I'm gonna actually throw Kelly 3 just because of what everyone's thoughts were on him coming in.
Well, and then there's Joao Mario the other way. Like we could do ones the other way.
He was only like 10 million.
Joao Mario.
Like we weren't expecting him to come in and score 30 goals.
We were expecting him to come in. Period.
Pause. Let's let's try and machine gun some of these. Can we just take a moment and appreciate our most underrated captain ever, Manuel Locatelli? What he sometimes lacks in quality, he compensates in grinta and sacrifice. What a game from Loca. Hey, we gave him his props. Loca's my guy, man. Ride or die with Loca. I don't understand the hate. I absolutely do not. The most realistic results for us to make top 8 are Spurs to lose to Frankfurt. Good shot. They suck.
Sure.
Newcastle to not beat PSG. Okay. Chelsea to not beat Napoli.
Doable.
Ooh.
Sporting to not beat Bilbao.
Definitely
City
doable.
to not beat Galatasaray. And you have Atalanta to not beat Union Saint-Germain and Inter to not beat Dortmund. That's a lot of help.
Atalanta's like 3rd place.
That's a lot of help. But hey, anything can happen. Football's crazy. Either way,
all those bets.
Either way, it's way better. I remember back when I was grabbing you guys. I was grabbing the army, okay, by the scruff of the neck saying, get back here, walk off that ledge. Don't walk off that ledge, okay? Mm-hmm. Champions League will turn around. Here we are. It's a much better situation. It could change like that. Spalletti yelling at the fan who kept hating on every player shows how much we needed this coach to come in and fix even the fan base, which is out of his professional area. He's not the first to yell at the fans. Allegri did that on several occasions. Like
Oh, yeah.
the fans could be very vocal there, and at times I can get it. Like you're working, like that's a stressful job being the head coach of Juve. Like you're constantly the entire team, players, coach, management under a microscope. I get it, right? So at times, yeah, you're gonna say, you know what? Chill out. Go have a fucking panino. By the way, here's my storm the barn. What's your go-to panino? What are you putting in that bitch? I'm very, very simple. Very, very simple.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, do it.
Mortadella, prosciutto, provolone, done.
Okay, so when I was a kid, and like every other summer we'd go to Italy, we would go to the deli at like 7:30 in the morning and get the mortadella and the cheese and all the provolone, all of it, and we'd make our panini at before 8 o'clock, put them in the cooler, go to the beach, eat, come back for like 1 o'clock, nap, go back to the beach. Every time I smell mortadella and a panino, I think of going to the beach in Italy. Love it.
Nice.
So that I would say that's my go-to as well. Yeah.
Wow.
Jabrut.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, for fuck's sakes! I knew. God damn it! You're so white. These white guys. Who
And
invited
that's
the
why
white
he's got the McKenny kid in the background. Just like that.
There you go. Nailed it. Hey, who does like a good peanut butter jelly sometimes? Though? Like sometimes you need like the power boost. Yeah.
Power.
Got a lot
That's
of
where
snow
the
to
power
shovel?
comes from.
A good peanut butter and jelly? Yeah.
You had to predict who the MVP between Chico, Miretti, and Aiden will be in 26-27. Who you betting your casa on? Who are we betting our house on?
There's only one.
Chico, Miretti, and Zigrova in the 26-27 season. Who would you bet would be MVP?
If I had money to bet, which I have a little bit, because I've been on a little bit of a heater, I would put a bunch on Chico for next season. And of those three,
It's
It'd
definitely
be
not
cheap.
parachute shorts.
he's got to. Can we not get him some proper size shorts? Like, what are we doing here?
He
the kid
pulls
man
them
come speak?
down. He fucking pulls them down in game. Like, what's this?
Can we?
Anyways, I
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
want to say Miretti because I believe he's got it, but I just don't think he's going to get the breakthrough. And my concern is that he might not be here next season. I just feel like he's not going to really get the
Do
breakthrough.
you think he's
And
topped out?
every time like
top-
there's a moment for him to really cement himself, kind of has a stinker, and it's making me nervous. So I'd probably make my bet with Chico, but god damn it, I want to say Miretti because I believe he has all the tools, but I'm gonna say Chico.
I don't believe in Miretti. I hope he does well, but I don't see it.
Yeah. Openda. Wake up slap by Spalletti. Thank you for the super chat donation, by the way. Yeah, that was good.
Slap didn't work. He
Spalletti's
didn't do much.
entertaining. Hey, he's getting us results which are entertaining, and my God, he's given us a ton of memes and moments all over the place. So yeah,
Like, was the one yesterday when he was pulling his eyes down? That was from yesterday, right?
he's got a ton, man. Like some of the expressions, and it's classic. We're working on both Kessié and Silva on a free in the summer, and we're still targeting Tonali. Do you think we could land all three, and what would your preferred midfield three be next year? I do not see us landing all three. Okay?
I don't
If
see us
you're-
getting Tonali.
If you have a shot at Sandro Tonali and you bring Tonali into this midfield right now, I'm feeling very good about the midfield as it sits. Even like you got Tonali with freedom from Locatelli. Giddy up. Giddy the fuck up. You want to throw Kefren Turam into the mix, but Silva, I want Silva. I could do without Frank Kessié. I'll be quite honest.
Silva is like Smith to me. Who's Silva?
Bernardo Silva from Man City.
Oh,
That's a free agent.
Bernardo
Fuck.
Silva.
Portuguese.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, I'd take him in a
Gotcha.
heartbeat, man.
Yes.
But if you
All right.
have a shot at landing Tonali,
Got to do it.
my God, I don't.
Yeah. It's not happening.
Big sales would need to happen, I think, for Tonali to come in. It just financially, it's the only way it's going to happen.
Saving on Duson's contract will help a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is offsetting. It's always that balance of revenue versus what you're spending and everything. So it's tough, right? Like you're gonna need because what we do all these years, we fucking ended up having to become accountants following this fucking team to try and make sense of what they were doing. And
we did a great job.
The reality is they're close to where they want to be, but you're still at the point where if you want to make a splash like that, you're saying goodbye and you need to bring in some serious capital. Yeah.
And Cope Miners isn't getting sold, everybody, so
yeah.
Buy him. What are we talking about here? He's not getting sold.
Gianluca Prestiani, we're going to jump on. I hope all the Locatelli haters silence down now. He's easily our best player this whole season. So underrated. In fact, I'd have him top 5 central defensive midfielders in the world. He is
sure. I'll agree.
He is progressing and is world class. You know
I'll agree with that because I can't name another 4. How about that?
He's in the league. He's fucking right up there this year. In Serie A, he's right up there this year. If you want to go top 5 in the world,
boy, that sounds like a stretch.
It's probably like, it's me though,
Top
but
15?
he's probably knocking on the door with the season he's having this year. And again, as a central defensive midfielder, yeah, and the numbers are all there. The eye test is there for those, who aren't watching games like Stevie Wonder because they have agendas. It is what it is. And yeah,
I don't think his agenda is what's stopping him from watching the game.
Stevie Wonder?
Yeah.
Be nice to Stevie, man.
Like, why do you guys bring Stevie? Like, why do you gotta, of all people? Poor Stevie Wonder.
It's Stevie, man. Higher Ground, man. What a track. Higher Ground? Great tune.
I still
What's your top what was your top pump up jam, Skanga, before games?
Not pump up the jam, pump it up. Pump up, not that one. I don't know. I was tough one. I need more time to think about it. I was more of a grunge kind of guy in the headphones to get going. Probably grunge.
What did you think about Gianluca Prestiani last night? Playing out on the right flank for Benfica.
Was I supposed to be watching him?
Okay. I actually thought Sudakov looked like an interesting little player. I'll be quite honest. I liked Sudakov's game. Prestiani, okay, but nothing crazy. How about the player Juve was linked to, Skelderup? Skelderup's one of our links from right now for January. He was playing on the left side for Benfica. I was like, my goodness, man.
He was terrible, wasn't he?
That's what January signing looks like. He didn't really impress me much at all. Sudakov, I thought, interesting player.
Every time you say that, I think of Sudafed.
But Skanga, what are you up to nowadays? You used to be much more regular on the show. What's going on?
Hey, just like Marshawn Lynch said, I'm taking care of my bread, taking care of my mentals, taking care of my chicken. I got to take care of that stuff before I can jump onto here. Just taking care of stuff. Been busy. Now I'm here now. This is twice in a week. I'll be back. I'm around. We have very capable people. We got Justin, we got Balo, we got Omar, we got everybody. We got lots of people.
Anyone but Sev.
Were you guys involved in the signing of Chico? I don't understand why you rate him so high. It's easy. Impact. Drawing attention from defenders, opening space for the others. Intangibles, the tenacity, the fight, the work rate that needs to be consistent. I like players that every match they're in there give you 150%, no questions asked, no excuses.
Like defensively alone, he puts himself as a start. Like just on the defensive, I know he's an attacking player, but his work defensively is above average, like high above average.
I'll tell you right now, as much as I appreciate and like Miretti, when Chico played that position in the earlier parts of the season and moving to this, he fucking gives you more defensively than Miretti even does. Like, yes, and he's even smaller than Miretti. Like, yep. It just, I appreciate his work rate and the production. Well, I personally feel, for many reasons we covered through this show, there's other things playing into part that we could ramp up our efficiency. Mm-hmm. We need someone in the midfield that can play make the way Justin does in FC 26. Dude's an artist, unselfish king. Adam, take it easy, man. I've played with Justin.
I like that guy.
He's a pace merchant with these scrub fullbacks.
My R2 button is worn the fuck out.
Why was McKennie freezing on the sideline? Because he only had a vest on. Weston. Vest on.
That's a yellow. That's a yellow.
Yeah, that's a yellow.
Hey, but he's trying. You keep
Adam,
shooting.
I still love you, buddy. Okay?
100%.
Love you. Other than Yamal, if you could sign any U20 player in the world right now, who'd be in your top 3? Any underrated shouts? Holy shit.
Why does it have to be a child?
Yeah, like is that legal to be thinking about this? Like, is it?
What do you want?
Who are we? R. Kelly, SC?
What do you want to do? Top 3, like, just players? Do top 3 players you would love to see at Juve then, without saying Yamal.
I'm not playing this game.
Donnarumma. Tonali.
I got one. Yep.
I mean, anyone?
Yes.
Who's a right side? Go ahead. I think of 3.
I would trade half our team, and I've said this into this microphone, and might get a bit in the ass for it. I would trade half our team for McTominay.
Oh.
I think that big Scottish son of a bitch would fit right in. We don't have a bruiser who can score like he did. We don't have that guy. I miss having a guy like him. I want a player like that.
Man, this is tough. If you can't go with what's his face, Yamal, because Yamal would obviously make it in there.
Paz, I guess, is a good player.
Nuno Mendes or whatever the Portuguese accent is. Give me him. Him, Tonali, Donnarumma. Bing bang.
He's U20?
No, we changed it.
Oh. Because Nico Paz, that's in the chat, he's 21. So he doesn't even qualify. Because Nico Paz would obviously make it in there. Man, I feel like I'd say João Neves is a player I'd be looking at. Oh, man. I like João Neves. Keaton Yildiz, we keep him. Okay. Mm-hmm. He's on the list.
Alfonso
I don't know for a third.
Trim. Can you please? Trim, please.
What do you do? You see Jonathan David?
I might go back to this in a bit because it's tough when I'm not thinking of him. Every time I see Kostic coming on, my interest in the game completely vanishes. You already know what's coming. So actually what's interesting is he's actually seen as, the rumor is, a change up to Yildiz, and that's why Spalletti is going to go for striker and wants Juve to go for striker because he's planning on playing Kostic as Yildiz's reprieve player.
Sorry, what was that? Yeah, what?
Kostic to be used as a vice Yildiz so that we can approach a striker and bring a striker in January.
Scusi?
I mean,
Kostic to be used. Yeah, I know. I'm saying it. I'm actually saying it. That's what the rumors are.
I mean, it's a move. It's a strategy. It is something. I don't even know what to say about that.
So basically,
every
what we're
time-
saying is Yildiz is going to get 5 minutes off anytime he's coming off, because that's all Kostic will be able to do at that particular position.
But to his point, yes, I think all our innards flip every time Kostic comes onto the field.
But on the Kostic situation, there are no plans to meet and speak about any renewal. So big contradiction on what was brought to us a month ago on Kostic. So
That's a shame.
Oh man, Skanga and Justin live, and I couldn't watch from the beginning, and I won't be able to watch it later since the internet is gonna implode after this. Oh my god.
Yeah,
God.
you want to? I don't think Justin and I've ever done a show together. Yeah, I could.
I don't think you guys have.
Never know.
Well, Justin's
So
been
far, so
missing.
good.
He's been sitting at Burger King with Lloyd Kelly, putting his crown on him while he sits in the booster seat.
Crown the king.
Deserves it.
Would you rather draw, lose Napoli, but win with Monaco, or the other way around? Let's
Other way
win
around.
both. Let's win both.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you just answer the question?
They're both mutts, and we're gonna win both.
Win
I
both.
think we're going to win both. If I had to, would you rather? Let's play the game. He asked the question. I'd rather the other way around. I would rather beat Napoli and send those barbers packing back to their shitty ass stadium. with
If I had to
questionable plumbing.
choose between the two, I would much rather upset a million barbers with that
Yes.
Yeah.
probably altogether don't accumulate a full set of teeth than
I make it a pizza.
win against Monaco. Okay,
Jeez.
let's win. Let's beat Napoli. Okay, but the fight was good. The fight was good there yesterday, and you have to be able to win games like that. Your game isn't always going to be on point. Okay, and it sure as hell wasn't yesterday. There's work to do. That's okay, because guess what? We got a coach that came in since beginning of November. Napoli had the best mercato in the summer and was handed the Scudetto before a fucking game was played. We got it wrong, and Spalletti knows he made a mistake in their house. Now they're coming to our house. These guys know that, yeah, they can fight now. They have the grit. They have the determination. They have the fight. That's half the battle. Let's clean up some inefficiencies in our game, and let's beat the piss out of these fuckers come weekend. I'm
Still a
stoked.
family show,
I'm
but
going to
okay.
keep you in the loop on the news going into that game. We got a live match day show for that one, and yes, the watch along will be back. Champions League games are tough, work duty calls and everything, but for that one, I'm back. So you won't have to listen to those mutts, those announcers. Okay, let's have some fun. Today was an absolute beauty. Okay, victory shows are always the best. To do it against Benfica, fantastic. To do it against our buddy Mourinho, now we got another big day to dish out, and that's got to go to ADL, and it's got to go to Conte. Yeah, let's take care of business. Justin, Skanga, you guys are beauties. A lot of fun today. Pleasure as always. Everybody in the chat, drop a like. You guys know what to do. Okay, smash that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Good luck in January's kick giveaway, which is coming up in a week's time.
Okay.
And then I hit you with February's, and we got some more gems on deck. Till next time, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juventus, ciao tutti.
Set the tone. Do it. You son of a bitch. You do it every time.